Let's talk to Laurie Laird, though, US commentator, because, of course, we're still in the throes of the new era, the golden age, I think they're calling it, of Donald Trump. He's only been in 2 days. He's already changing the world. He's already changing the face of America. Laurie, very good morning to you.
Good morning, Greg.
It's quite good time to be alive, this, isn't it? I mean, it's common sense is now the order of the day, because I invented the phrase common sense. We are the home of common sense right here on Talk. And now suddenly...
You personally invented that term.
I did. And
now we're all a grateful nation.
And this is now the sort of the catchphrase of the station. And I keep saying, you know, I should have copyrighted it, because they now use it on every promo that we've got, and I'd be making an awful lot of money, but I didn't. So there we are. But now Donald Trump is talking about it and saying that it's a revolution of common sense. It's all about common sense, and that's really what people want. But just before we go on, let me play you a little clip from yesterday. The Right Reverend Marian Edgar Bood apparently managed to slip through the net. She didn't get vetted before she said these words to an assembled Trump audience.
In the name of our God, I ask you to have mercy upon the people in our country who are scared now. There are gay, lesbian, and transgender children in Democratic, Republican, and independent families. Some who fear for their lives.
They don't look too impressed there, do they? The various Trumpers in the crowd there. And he since then has released a tweet saying that she's a disgrace, she's not very good at her job, and she should apologise for the things that she said.
Yeah, none of that surprises me a great deal. But you got to remember, this is not a cohort that worships all that frequently. Although I think J.D. Vance is a bit of a churchgoer. Look, you know, there will be dissent. There will be. Donald Trump was elected, no question at all about his legitimacy. But that doesn't mean that all of the country agrees with him. This is the way it's meant to be, Mike. You do have an elected official, but it's okay that people can express opinions that are different than his. One thing that has surprised me a great deal is Donald Trump. You know, in the days before the inauguration, we saw a different Donald Trump, right? We saw him on stage in the in what looked to be campaign rallies ahead of his inauguration, and he looked relaxed. Yeah. He was sort of bopping around with the village people a little bit. That sort of brooding, angry Donald Trump that we saw for the year through 2021 and 2022, that was gone. He looked confident. He looked like he was comfortable with where he was, because even during his first term, he was on the defenses. It really rankled that he did not win the popular vote. Now we have Donald Trump about to take office with no questions over the legitimacy of that victory. And I wondered whether that would give him a degree of comfort and to give him the latitude that perhaps to not pursue an agenda that some Americans do find difficult to accept. He had the latitude to do that. But that has not happened. He has been pretty true to form. He has acted on a number of his campaign promises and looks set to do that over the next coming days.
Yeah, absolutely right. It's going to be fascinating to see, because, of course, many of the people who voted for Donald Trump voted for him because they trusted his stewardship of the economy. And he does seem to be bringing in an awful lot of money, doesn't he? I mean, he's got trillions and trillions of dollars coming his way.
Oh, this is something that I find absolutely fascinating, Mike. There are two things that I think Donald Trump can fairly claim a mandate for. One is to do something about the border. Americans made it very clear that this is a big concern of theirs. The other is the cost of living. And this is something else that Americans said that they had had enough with Biden. They blame the Democrats for the high cost of living. The thing is that these two issues may be in tension with each other. A lot of the food price inflation that Americans have complained of may be exacerbated if Donald Trump is able to get a large number of illegal immigrants out of the country. Hard to guess how many illegal immigrants are in the workforce. Best guess economists have is about 1 in 6. It's pretty hefty. A lot of these migrants work in the food, agricultural industry, meat processing industry. And if these people are rounded up and taken out of the country, we are going to see an immediate increase in the prices of these items. So Donald Trump's desire to bring the cost of living down may be in tension with his desire to get illegal migrants out of the country.
Yes, well, we'll see how that all goes, because all eyes are on it. Because if it does work, then we're going to do it here, I think, or at least we're going to try. Thank you, Laurie. Laurie Led, US commentator.